Be sure to label the fractions at 0 and 1.
My name is Anissa Goebel. I'm 37 years old, and I am from Marlboro, New York.
7 take away 4.
Take away 4. How many's left?
3. Done. No ABC.
I know you don't want to do it, but you have to. There's only 5 words today, Mikey. We can get it done really, really quick.
4 years ago, I had a fire. And since I've had my fire, I've struggled every step of the way. It was hard. We had to save everything. The kids had to go without. I had to tell them, no, we can't have that. For us to be able to make this move happen.
Hello.
If I make $16,000 a year, and where I live now, where it costs me $15,000 to live, that means I have $1,000 left for electric, gas, food. That's hard.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Come on, moving up.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
The working poor in this country is a much larger universe than I think people want to recognize. We see it through many of our communities where there's households that live paycheck to paycheck, day to day, just trying to get by.
Now, your first name again.
Anissa, A-N-I-S-S-A.
Okay.
I get about $200 in food stamps, and at the beginning of the month when I get it, I take that and I buy the bulk of my meat, and I go to pantries, and that gets you your canned goods and stuff like that. So you just find a way.
It could be the person at the car wash, it could be the person at the diner that might be working, a minimum wage job, 70, 80 hours a week just to scrape by. And Catholic Charities comes in to those families and helps them get through the toughest moments in their lives.
I could have stayed in the city of Newburgh, and I could have made it where I'm only paying $900 a month, and I could have had mold in my bathroom where my kids were sick with runny noses and sleeping in one room with an electric blanket. Or I can have nothing and put my kids in a better environment and a healthier living, and those are the choices that you have to make.
Providing a quality environment for children is probably the most critical thing we can do as Americans. In many cases, it's single parents, and I think Catholic Charity plays a part in providing and helping those specific households.
In order to have a good home, you have to have hope. Hope can be a hard commodity when you're faced with having to live in a place that's not safe or secure or clean or dry or warm enough. Catholic Charities is important because we're able to do things when no one else can do something for somebody.
The Department of Social Services told the parents that we had to have something adequate for the children to sleep on. So I came to Catholic Charities, and Allie came up front and she brought me into the back, and I told her my story, and she was like, oh my God, you're gonna be the last person I can help for the year, but we're gonna do this. And she helped, and they came, and I remember when they did the inspection on the house, I was so excited, and she said this was perfect. She made it all happen. So without them, we don't even know if the kids would have been able to come home. So that saved our family. That was amazing.
Catholic Charities, in my experience, has been very hands-on, and the money, I see it at work at the very, very local, smallest level. I mean, these people are literally driving the trucks to deliver the furniture. They are providing the counseling. They are, paying the bills for a lot of families that can't afford to do so.
Do you know how many times I've come in here, and even I've come into Catholic Charities, and they've given my kids books, toys, clothes, sheets, blankets. I can't get that. I can't do that for them all the time. So to come and get that little bit of help, and they help all the time, it's a blessing, and I'm thankful for them.
Catholic Charities wouldn't survive without the business dollars. They need business community to support the programs. And having dealt with the fundraisers and other things, it's the businesses that step up. It's not the individual people, even though that's key to helping. It's the businesses that can step up and those that can. And there's lots of them in this area that have, year after year after year, to allow us to be able to do the types of things they do.
Catholic Charities does not have an endless bank account. It's important to realize that they rely on donations. They rely on partnerships with organizations such as ShopRite and MediaCom and Pepsi. And they rely on every individual doing what they can to make a difference in the community in which they live and serve.
I think it's important for corporations to give back because, we are just a collection of people that live in the communities where we work. And I think if it's important to our employees, it should be important to the companies. You can really evaluate the quality of a company by seeing what they do to contribute community-wide. I mean, I trust the people that are coming to the Catholic Charities events. I trust their businesses because I see them out in the community giving. I see them out in the community doing things to help others. And those are the kinds of people and businesses I want to associate with.
It's personal. We live here. We want this community to thrive and grow. And we have a responsibility to uplift the entire community, not just people within the four walls of our establishment.
Most of the work is one neighbor asking another neighbor. It's each individual having the intestinal fortitude to face rejection and say to someone, would you please help us with this? Development, in my experience, is mastering the rejection that most of us think will occur when we ask somebody to help. And sometimes it's just sheer repetition of, would you please help me with this effort at Catholic Charities?
I want my kids and my stepkids and my grandkids to have a house, even if it's a one-bedroom, that they can say, I have a place to rest my head. That's always gonna be there. I want them to have that, whether it be here, in Missouri, Wisconsin, wherever, that they can say, I know I can knock on that door and it's gonna open and I have a place to rest my head, to never feel homeless, to never feel without. That's what I want. Nothing more than that, just for them, so they have nothing to worry about.